What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. The end is nigh. I don't know if it'll be 1 video, 3 videos, I can't tell. But before I start that, I did want to say, 1 second, where did I put that game? Ah, yes. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I was asked for this game specifically twice. And you know what? It's in my hands right now for the DS. And it'll work on my 3DS. I just wanted to say, you know, since the game's coming to a wrap, I should probably say this before, you know, it does end. So you have that to look forward to. I also plan on playing the Layton crossover, Ace Attorney. That's probably going to be after this series. But I also repurchased the HD trilogy of the original first 3 Ace Attorneys for the 3DS. So if you guys would, if you might be interested in seeing the original 3 again, please let me know. Because if I get a decent amount of feedback on that, I might play it, because I mean that's like 50 hours. That'll be a couple hundred episodes. But I mean, it'll probably go on until at least the next Ace Attorney comes out, so. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and I will say that, what am I saying here? I'm having a hard time. Oh, we're bringing Bobby Fulbright into court. Oh yes, and Apollo's back on my side. The murder of Apollo's friend. The courtroom bombing incident. And the case that ushered in the dark age of the law 7 years ago. Destiny has called us to bring the one responsible for it all to justice today. Let us now reconvene. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time we've been at the defense bench together since I debuted. Oh, during the Gavin case? The very first one in the 4th game? That's a throwback. Now that you mention it, although back then I thought you were more loud than you were reliable. Back when he was a homeless bum. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot. Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. He's still got that ego of his, though. Prosecutor Blackwell. With the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Yes, I guess we can keep the chit-chat for later. Bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately. Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easily, I guess. Can't believe it. Half a year later, we're almost done with the game. Ha ha ha! Bobby Fulbright here. I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am. Detective Fulbright. Do you know why you have been called to give testimony? Because there is only one reason why I'd be called. And that is because it's time for justice. In justice we trust.
Objection!
You can't fool us with that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies. What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice? I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey. He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony. Alright, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. The embodiment of justice. I am the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof? What we do have is proof that Athena Cykes is the culprit. This lighter with her prints on it. So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false. And that the defendant is the real culprit. That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I made a big leap onto a ladder. We don't have proof? You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof for your claim either. I guess you're right. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice just is. Don't make me break out a dictionary on you. Please don't throw the book at me. Ugh. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him? Let's just try not to lose focus, alright? But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence.
Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it. Prosecutor Blackwell? He looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all. Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are, at this point, only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections? That's fine, Your Honor. Now ask away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination. I am the very embodiment of justice itself.
Hold it!
The embodiment of justice? Those are just empty words. But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true too? By wishing over and over? Alright. Let's just move on. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments.
Hold it!
My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory. Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. But what we have against Miss Cykes, though, is not just reasoning, but solid evidence. And it's called the lighter with Miss Cykes' fingerprints on it in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true, but wait, Detective Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbor any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dono? Especially about that lighter. He's right, but what exactly should I ask about? I don't know which one's more important. The position? The number? They're both pretty good. Should I just flip a coin? Should I just go with the first one? Position of the prints, the number of prints. Why can't, I'll probably have to ask both at this point. How many prints were found exactly? 3. The thumb, index finger, and middle finger of a right hand. Hold on, let me see here. In my head, I'm trying to imagine it. So that'd be thumb, index, and middle. Yeah, I mean, that seems right, I think, of a right hand. Okay. Your Honor, that is an important statement. Could we please have it added to my testimony? You got it. He beat me to it. Be it investigating or testifying, speed is the key. I can press it, but I don't know what the significance of that is.
Hold it!
I mean, is she left-handed or something and I just don't know? 3 prints from a right hand were found on the lighter. Are you certain of this? I'd stake my life on it. Mr. Wright, isn't it odd he's saying the prints are from Athena's right hand? Why would you say that? Well, think about it for a second. Always wears a glove on her right hand. So there's no way she'd leave prints on those 3 fingers from her right hand. Great point. Why didn't I catch that one? I mean, that was so random. I never would have caught that. Fulbright, I'm sure you heard our discussion just now about how Miss Cykes always wears a glove on her right hand. Ha ha ha. Well, I have only one thing to say to that. Do you have evidence that she was wearing that glove at the time of the incident? Oh, what about the footage? We can look at the footage, the video footage, right? Let's see. If you want to prove the defendant innocent, you'll have to ask better questions than that. Like I need a lecture from you, Smiles Magoo. What? Smiles Magoo? Someone needs to be fired at that, translation place. Should I try asking me about something else? What about the position? Please tell the court about the position of the prints on the lighter. They're around the same spot on either side as they would be if she were holding it up. I suppose if it was used to light the room, it would be held that way. I believe this is important. Please swap this statement into your... Oh! It swaps it with the current one I used. Hold on. Wait, I gotta switch it out. How do I do that again? If I just press it, probably. Miss Blackwell did mention she saw a lit lighter, blah, 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 blah. Meaning Miss Blackwell saw the owner fingerprints. It just strengthens the argument against Miss Cykes. I need to switch it again. Yes, switch back to the number prints, yes. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Now I need to figure out what I'm gonna present against it. So right hand, present. Okay, let's go. No, that's useless. Murder weapon, stab the victim's hand. That'll come in handy later. Diagram of the cross section, definitely not useful. No, okay. Launch into space. A newspaper clipping photo of the people involved. This does not look helpful at all. The earring that Athena has. The psych profile. Taryn's autopsy report. Security camera video. Oh, that's the different one, okay. Biometric lock. Only fingerprints Dr. Cosmos, Starbuck, Taryn. Backup power, print recognition. Okay, that doesn't help me either. Or a statement, the perp held a lighter with an Earth emblem on it in their left hand. Oh. This is what I need to present. Or a statement, that's so random. We haven't heard even, we got that such a long time ago.
Objection!
You say the prints were from a right hand, is that correct? That's right, very clear prints. But that just doesn't add up. What doesn't add up? According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held the lighter in their left hand. Oh? So here is the dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter from a right hand instead of a left? You're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? Your Honor, this lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witness's claims don't even hold water. Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this. I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-hand prints. But then, why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? I've got it! What have you got, Detective? The mirror. The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror. But she was outside. That wouldn't make sense. The mirror was on the inside of the wall. Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1. I believe so. If you mean the little window in the back to the right of the room, that's right. And across the room on the opposite wall, is a large mirror. I just need to think of a reason why that wouldn't be right. I do remember seeing it. Are you saying? Yes, the culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror. Well, hold on. In my head, let me see what it looks like in a mirror. Then it would look like... Wait, hold on. I'm starting to get confused here. Ah, I see. In that case, right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they? Now, do you see? That's the logic of pure justice.
Objection!
But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence.
Right, Dono. You'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it. Huh? That's right. Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand. And why not? Miss Blackwell said she saw an Earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? Okay, so... she's saying she saw it in the left hand and an Earth emblem. So that would mean if it was in a mirror, it has to be on the right inside. Okay. That emblem is only on one side of the lighter, okay? Okay. So the way she's holding it, flipped up, okay. You're right, there's no emblem on the other side. Exactly, as blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem. Ah. Okay. Unless they were standing in the other direction in the mirror. So instead of facing... Oh, that's possible, right? So instead of facing, away, if the person was standing towards in the other direction and held in the... That's the right hand. Uh-oh. What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand with the emblem out and visible, they wouldn't have been able to open it, let alone light it. But if they had held it in their right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This all means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand. No! Come back, my beautiful contradiction. It appears you've planted a flower that bears no fruit. See how it withers before my flower of justice? He's tough. He's managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up to this point. In justice we trust. Now do you see? I'm not this phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad, so very sad, but I'm afraid Miss Cykes is the culprit.
Hold it!
Ooh, hold on, because it's been over 19 minutes, and I'm gonna end this video here. So stay tuned tomorrow for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye! Oh, these guys suck. Oh! Heyo, that's it, team. You get him. Get in there. Yeah, that's it. Go. Everyone go. What are you using? A pool cue? Dude, Boone. Boone. What is wrong with you? Fine by me. Give me the freaking pool cue.